These are the abandoned charcoal kilns outside of Dunnellon, Florida. They used to have the correct kind of trees they used to make charcoal, and somehow they processed it in these kilns, ovens. You can see they each have a door on it. That's where you put the stuff in. Somehow by baking it, made charcoal for us to do our barbecues. They were originally built by the Pioneer Charcoal Company back in the 50s. But then they found more modern ways to do it, and now there's a factory right next door that makes charcoal the modern way. And now these are all just abandoned. You can see overgrown by trees and weeds and vines and everything.
Yep.
Not sure they're going to let us go closer.
We're going to try though.
They will.
We'll try. Let's go over and find if there's a gate or something. Don't want to go through the barbed wire.
I could easily go through the barbed wire, but
okay, so we did find a sign.
yeah, we found the sign. Looks like it was made around 50 years ago. No trespassing. Violators will be prosecuted. No parking anytime. Uh-oh. Vehicles will be towed at owner's expense.
Okay.
You have to be a special person to be able to read that sign.
Probably.
Looks like they had 8 of these kilns here. They got some abandoned buildings back here that are falling down.
Yeah.
And behind the kilns, it looks like there's remnants of when they made the charcoal. I don't know exactly if that's sand mixed with charcoal or what it is. Might have been just from the dust years and years ago. But they're not letting us on the premises.
Darn.
This is about as close as they're going to let us get to these old charcoal kilns. But as you can see to the left here, they must have had some type of buildings for storage that are now falling down. There's also one toward the back.
Yeah, something small.
Just cement blocks, but now they're disintegrated. Looks like they had a ramp over here to the right where they maybe load up with a truck whatever they produced in the kilns. Looks like somebody broke a piece of the kiln off that it's made out of brick and cement mortar. And if you check over here, somebody broke the fence to get in.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't too difficult to get in, just
No.
that I didn't want to get in.
No. So this looks like a loading dock.
Yeah, it appears
some
it's
sort.
a loading dock from 50 years ago. Kind of a little overgrown now.
And
Although they
another
still have
building.
one trailer back there. An old building, I guess. I don't know. I guess they stored maybe the charcoal in there or something. I don't know if it was bagged up or what.
The trailer.
But everything's abandoned around here. Obviously, the new factory doesn't need the same kind of ramps and stuff that they have from 50, 60 years ago or 80 years ago. They got modern ways of doing it.
Definitely overgrown with weeds. Well, I could get a little bit closer to this abandoned building. Not much going on here, though. Yeah, so it looks like a newer truck is parked over here.
Well, that's probably using the factory today.
Yeah,
It's
because
parked there. It's got a modern, fairly modern gate.
it looks like a newer
And another no
fence.
trespassing sign.
Old blacktop here, though. Still very run down.
Yep. Although this brick we previously thought maybe came directly from one of the kilns. It looks like a little bit different style of brick.
It looks
And
new.
we found a spot over there where they had a retaining wall made of brick. More likely that's where it's from.
Yeah, I would say it is. Not from one of these kilns.
Although we could go in there and we could check it out and see if there's a
Good.
piece of the puzzle missing.
Here's the other part of the loading dock. There's the piece of the mixing brick we found before. I think it goes right in there.
another spot to load down further.